Mara Sarah. I'm so happy you're here. You're listening to the My Felt Story podcast, your place for Torah stories. From Avraham Avinu to Moshe Rabbeinu, we learn how to love and serve Hashem and how to be kind to our fellow friends. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. This is the story of Avraham, a journey of discovering Hashem. Part 1, Parshas Lecha. The story starts with King Nimrod, a mighty king who ruled over many lands. Although he was so powerful, he was always afraid that someone would come and take over his kingdom. He told his astrologers to let him know if they knew of any future challenges to his kingship. Astrologers are people who look at the stars, hoping to discover what might happen in the future. They saw a bright star appear in the east and get brighter and brighter. All the astrologers agreed that this was a sign that there was going to be a baby born that would challenge King Nimrod. When Avram was born, his parents decided to hide him in a cave so King Nimrod would not find him. They understood that Avram was the baby the astrologers had warned about. Avram stayed inside the dark cave for 3 years. The first time Avram stepped outside, he felt the warm sun on his face. The sun is so bright and strong. It must be the Creator, thought Avram. Avram watched the sun all day and then saw it set lower and lower in the sky until it disappeared. Then the moon came out, rising in the night sky. The moon shone brightly, surrounded by many beautiful twinkling stars. Maybe the moon is the strongest of all. Is the moon the Creator? Wondered Avram. But when morning came and the sun rose again in the sky, Avram wasn't sure. He looked at the great tall mountains and the vast oceans and wondered if they were the Creators. No, thought Avram. The Creator is something bigger and more powerful than all of these things. After some time, Avram realized that the Creator makes everything, is everywhere, and takes care of all his creations. The Creator is the one who made the bright sun, the shining moon, the twinkling stars, the tall mountains, and the vast oceans. Avram felt a warm and happy feeling in his heart. The Creator is loving and kind, thought Avram. The Creator, Hashem, created this beautiful world. Avram's heart was filled with gratitude. Avram could not see Hashem, but he could feel Hashem. Avram said, "Thank you for this beautiful world. Thank you for my eyes so I can see, and my heart that can feel. Thank you, Hashem, for being close to me. I love you." Do you know what it's called when we talk to Hashem? It's called davening. Avram loved talking to Hashem. When he did, he felt so peaceful inside. When Avram grew older, he went back to the town where his family lived in Ur. He saw the people serving idols made of rocks and stones. They thought the idols had powers like Hashem, so they would give the idols presents and ask them to take care of them, to make the rain fall, the food grow, and keep them safe. Avram's father, Terach, had an idol store. All the people in town would come to buy idols from Terach's idol store. There were idols of all shapes and sizes. One day, Terach went on a trip and needed Avram to take care of the store while he was gone. While his father was away, Avram took a hammer and smashed all the idols in the store except for the biggest one. Then he put the hammer into the hand of the biggest idol. When Terach came back, he saw all the idols smashed up. He asked, "What happened?" Avram said, "Well, the idols got into a fight over a gift that someone brought for the idols. So the big idol smashed all the other idols so he could keep the gift for himself." "Nonsense!" exclaimed Terach. "Idols don't care about gifts. They can't use hammers or fight. They're just stones." "If the idols don't care about what you give them," Avram said, "then why do you daven to them?" When King Nimrod heard about Avram's actions, he decreed that Avram be brought to his palace and burned in a fiery furnace. "King Nimrod," Avram declared, "Hashem, the creator of heaven and earth, created everything, including fire. Hashem gave fire its power to burn and can also take it away. I am not afraid." People all over the country heard about Avram's brave words. They came to watch and see what would happen. Avram was thrown into the fiery furnace. Yet he did not get burned. Only the rope which the king used to tie him up melted. For 3 days and nights, hundreds of people could hardly believe their eyes, seeing Avram walk around in the flames without getting even one hair on his head burned. Even King Nimrod admitted that Avram had spoken the truth and was a man of Hashem. King Nimrod sent Avram home with many presents and servants. Lots of people wanted to learn from Avram about Hashem. Avram married Sarai, a kind and caring lady. After some time, Avram and Sarai and all their followers left Ur and traveled to Haran. In Haran, Avram and Sarai lived in a tent with 4 doors, one on each side, which was always open to guests and travelers. They were very kind and loved to prepare delicious food for their guests. When the guests wanted to thank Avram and Sarai for the food, they said, "Don't thank us. Thank Hashem, the creator of heaven and earth, for Hashem is the one that made the food." And that is how Avram and Sarai would teach more and more people to believe in Hashem. People came from all over the land for Avram and Sarai's delicious food and also their kindness. Avram and Sarai would encourage people who were sad or worried. "Hashem loves you. Hashem is taking care of you. You don't need to worry." They left Avram and Sarai's tent filled with hope, joy, and peace in their hearts. Everyone loved Avram and Sarai. One day, Hashem told Avram, "I want you to leave Haran and travel to a new land that I will show you." Where was Hashem telling Avram to go? He did not know. But Avram trusted Hashem and felt safe knowing that Hashem would take care of him wherever he went. Avram and Sarai packed their bags and their special tent, loaded them onto camels, and went on their way. Avram and Sarai spent many days traveling. They finally arrived in a land called Canaan. Hashem told Avram to look north, south, east, and west and see the land that was all around him. Hashem said, "I will give this entire land to you and your descendants." Avram wasn't sure who his descendants would be because he was 75 years old and Sarai was 65 years old. He didn't know how they would be able to have a baby if they were so old. "Maybe Eliezer, my servant, will inherit this land." "No, Avram, your descendants will be from you and Sarai." Hashem told Avram to go outside. "Can you count the stars in the sky?" Avram looked up and saw many, many stars, too many to count. Hashem said, "That's how many descendants you will have." When Avram heard this, His heart swelled with joy. He smiled and said, "Thank you, Hashem." Hashem told Avram and Sarai to change their names. From now on, they were Avraham and Sarah. And with their new names, they were ready to receive Hashem's bracha. And that's it for today, friends. I hope you enjoyed the story. Did you know there's a felt set that goes along with this? You can use it to act out the story and tell it in your own special way. Go to myfeltstory.com to check it out. Sending you lots of love until next time.